Hey, sports
Yeah.
fans. This is Robert with WTP Sports Dudes. Here with my man Mossberg and T1.
What it do? What it do?
Hooray!
Uday, what's
What
going
it
on,
do?
everybody?
Man, I'm glad that y'all was able to join today and talk about those Cincinnati Bengals and to preview their schedule because I really believe that the Cincinnati Bengals have a really good chance to make it to the playoffs and make it far into the playoffs and possibly make it to the Super Bowl because they do. They are definitely due. And whenever you have a quarterback like Joe Burrow, that's really the main ingredient to any NFL team. If you got a quarterback, you can win games and you can win in the playoffs and possibly win that Super Bowl, as we've
True
seen
that.
over the last few years with those Kansas City Chiefs. So, how y'all doing today? Y'all good?
Good. All good. All good.
That's good. That's good. It's good to hear. I'm glad y'all can join this morning. So we're gonna go ahead and get it started. Right off the bat, the Bengals got the Patriots at home. What's your thoughts on the Patriots? And oh, he had to come back in. Let me see.
Hey Moss, I'll let you go ahead and go first on this one, bro.
Now you got it.
All right. Patriots out the gate, going against Brissett. I think we should be all right. We need to go ahead and quit playing with Chase and get Chase signed like today. I don't know what they're doing actually with game day coming up. But we definitely need Chase out there if we want to. From game one, we're gonna have to go and put work in. So we need to get Chase taken care of, and I feel good. I feel good about game one against New England. They are, New England's lost right now. You know what I mean? The dynasty days are over. All of those fans can do nothing but just watch the game and just cheer and hope for about 6 or 7 wins. Hopefully, ain't none of them against the Bengals or Browns. You know what I mean? You don't need to drop those type of games. Those games you're supposed to win. We need to win them. You don't need to play around. I know it's the first game of the season and all that, but the games you need to win, they need to be won, and that's one of them.
All right, what's your thoughts on that, Mossberg?
I feel the same way. Get Chase signed like today. I feel like we definitely come out on top in a big way. We get Chase signed. I feel like he should be the main part of the offense. Joe Burrow coming out, and I like the addition of Chase Brown coming in as our quarterback this year. I definitely like that addition. I mean, our running back, and with him stepping in, I think I've seen flashes of nothing against Mixon, but I definitely feel our run game is going to be on the upscale level this season, coming in to help Burrow in that passing attack.
Okay. So we got the
And
Bengals.
I sure hope we don't miss Mixon. That's what I hope. I hope that our boys can step it up for us. I hope we don't have to miss him because that was a loss. He a Bengal through and through, and he sacrificed a lot for us. But he also earned that move to Houston too. So I wish him the best out there in Houston.
Yes, indeed,
Okay,
indeed.
cool. Now the next up, y'all got the defending Super Bowl champions in Kansas City. I believe it's in Kansas City. Kansas City Chiefs. What's your thoughts on that one, Mossberg?
Game I've been waiting for since last year. Everybody know what it is with Cincinnati and Kansas City. I feel like in a close one, as it's always been, the only quarterback and the only offense I feel that gives them thoughts and everything when it comes to both ways of the ball, I think we come out on top. And not by just a field goal. I'm going to take 10 points in a close first half, but the second half, I feel like we're going to silence the crowd and get to doing what we do best, and that's play football.
Okay. Woo, that's a good prediction right there.
I would, hey, Moss B. I would love that. I would love it. I just wish we didn't have Kansas City for our second game. I wish we had the opportunity to, because we didn't get much work in the preseason. So I would much rather have who we have after that. Washington, Carolina. Let me get them too, because then we got the Ravens after that, but we'll get into that. But to get the Chiefs in Kansas City for game 2, I hope we can get the wheels turning against the Patriots, but I don't really like how quite a few of these teams don't play their people in the preseason. In Kansas City, they play in the preseason from game 1, 2, 3. Mahomes was out there getting ready. You know what I mean?
I feel like they still got to find their identity. And when you're talking about a Kansas City Cincinnati game, it's a lot of players that's on that jersey and Arrowhead that's going to be suiting up that haven't been there before. And I think that's going to be the difference maker when it comes to a big game coming into the week 2 with Kansas City. I think that's going to be a difference maker. And I just feel we got a lot to prove this year. Burrow's been out. From what I've seen, that one drive in the preseason, me personally, I said, don't play Burrow. That man is ready for the season. That was enough for me. And he was on point every way. He didn't get touched. Offensive line looked good. I think we have a point to prove, and not only having Orlando Brown there to silence a lot of what we will deal with in Arrowhead. I think we're ready for that challenge for sure.
Yeah. I agree with us. I agree with us being ready. I just don't know if our wheels is. I hope our wheels is turning after that Patriot game. I hope that Patriot game we go out there and really dominate and get ready and get focused for Kansas City, knowing that our road to the Super Bowl goes through Kansas City. So why not go ahead up there at the beginning of the year and get it out the way and get that confidence and get it going. So I mean, I'm with it. I'm with it, but just this one on the schedule this early in the season at Arrowhead, which is definitely one of the hardest stadiums to play at. You know, it's gonna be tough. I would love for us to come out with a 3-point victory in that game. I would love for us to, but you know, and look, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to even say any of my team's gonna take a L. It's just hard for me. But this one right here is one that really ain't that hard for me to say. You know, I ain't gonna say that I'm just all the way. I'm not as confident as you are with this one. I'm gonna be rooting and hoping, that we blow them out. But I just ain't that confident with these Chiefs in Kansas City. If we was at home, I'd be a little more confident. But going on the road, game number 2, you know. Chase ain't played all year, standing around looking and all of that. He practiced a little bit, but yeah. But it definitely should be a good one. I hope it's a good one. I hope Kansas City's wheels ain't already turning at 160, and we go out there. We doing the speed limit. We doing 70, and we get a rude awakening.
Right, I agree.
Right. All right, so y'all got the Commanders coming in town. After y'all get the Chiefs. So what's your thoughts on that one, T1? On the
rookie QB. We should put a whole lot of pressure on him. That should be a good one. That should be a good one. If just with my prediction of, I don't even have a prediction of what our end schedule, what our end record gonna be, but that's one of the wins to go along with New England. You know. So right now, I'm looking at a win. I'm looking at, just my prediction. I'm looking at a very, very possible 2-1 after that game right there.
Okay, 2-1. What's your thoughts, Mossberg?
Just hope we don't get caught up in the preseason, man. That boy looks so good against us in the preseason. But another win. I feel we should be able to definitely, like you said, rookie QB, put the pressure on him. Unload the book, making sure what the money's worth, and show what the first round. I feel like if we do that a little more with certain teams, certain QBs, I think that would be a difference maker. But I feel that could be the maker right here.
Okay, cool. Next up, y'all go to Carolina and play the Panthers. What's your thoughts on that one, Mossberg?
Carolina rebuilding team. Once again, I'm very strong on Cincinnati. I'm a diehard fan. Not that I don't feel we can win every game. I feel like the picks I'm choosing is based on a lot of additions that we didn't have as well prior to the year. With the Chiefs, is definitely the safety coming back as well. But I feel we can get this one. Defense, I think, should get a couple of turnovers in this game. Definitely in the secondary with the Panthers not having much of a passing attack. But I definitely think this is where our defense should start to get that ball rolling, see some turnovers happening a little more on games that we should win.
Okay. What's your thoughts on that one, T1?
What's that? 1, 2, 3-1. 3-1 on the season. 3-1 on the season. Getting ready to hopefully not looking forward to Baltimore. Hopefully not looking forward to Baltimore. Go into Carolina and take care of business. Take care of what we need to take care of, and it should be a pretty easy victory. I see that one being as an easy victory.
Okay. So now y'all get the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson coming into Cincinnati to play your Bengals. What's your thoughts on that one, T1?
We're at home. I'm looking for us to take control of that game early, shut down that running game, which is definitely going to be important. It's hard, and keep that boy contained. That's it. Keep Lamar contained. We've seen Lamar enough. You know, that addition of Henry is something, but you know, we've Cincinnati as well as Cleveland really has done a real good job with Henry when they went up against Tennessee in the past. So, you know, him going to the Ravens don't intimidate us any, you know, but the Ravens are the Ravens. Good defense. They gonna move the ball, but we're at home. I'm glad we're at home on this first one. You know, we're gonna pull that one out. It's gonna be a nail biter, but we're gonna pull it out.
Okay. What's your thoughts on that one, Mossberg?
Funny with this one, with that I choose a close loss, and I say a field goal of a loss to the Ravens. The reason, like, I agree with us controlling Chris Henry in Tennessee, being able to stop the run. With the first few games, coming off of those games, I think what we might possibly run into this game is where we could figure out if we missing Mixon. When we will have to run the ball against the Ravens defense, that's pretty stout when it comes to the passing defense and our secondary. So with us coming out, bracing ourselves, I feel with the Ravens being a team, we always go back and forth. Some games we lose at home, some games we win. I feel like the Ravens would just get us in 3 with this one. I don't want to get my high hopes going in knowing the Eagles is coming up as well as the Ravens again. I'm going to just definitely take the 4-1 and get ready for the Giants.
Okay.
And let me say something real quick, Rob. What can't happen is at this point, we can't have a loss to Kansas City and a loss to the Ravens at this point, this early in the season, because if we do have those 2 losses at that time, that's not going to sit well, not just with the fan base, but I'm quite sure the coaching staff and Joe Burrows as well.
Yeah, you know, I tend to agree with that. They can't lose both of them. They got to get one of them for sure. And that would boost their confidence greatly if they get one of them for sure.
Right,
So
right.
now,
We need one of those.
Yeah. Now they're traveling to the Giants. What's your thoughts on that one, Mossberg?
Rebuilding, coming in off of a sluggish season with the Giants as far as what we would do, I think, is come in and get the win. Definitely, especially off of a win I feel we should get. And like, again, how we just mentioned about one of those games between the Chiefs and the Ravens, I feel more so of us being prepared and ready to take that Chiefs win over coming in on a halo and a big win off of the Panthers, but getting the Giants definitely in New York. They rebuilding, defense, offense should be clicking and getting prepared for that crosstown rival.
Okay. What's your thoughts on that one, T1?
Primetime game in New York, you know, depending on how that Ravens game went, I'm looking for it to be a really special game. Like definitely a bounce back game. If we go down to the Ravens, if we beat the Ravens and then we go to New York, it's like okay, we ready, we ready to rock and roll. You know what I mean? So good, solid victory against a team that is lucky to get 7 wins. Probably be a great season for New York if they got 8 wins. So, but 7 wins, and one of them will not be against the Bengals. So, yeah, that should be a win. Prime time too. Like I say, that's a good one. We love playing up under the lights.
Okay. All right, now, hey, it's the Battle of Ohio. Y'all got to travel to Cleveland. What's your thoughts on that one, T1?
Hey, anytime we play, I just have on my gear and I just watch the game. The only time I actually root for either team is when we get to the end of the season and it's that last game. Whoever, if one of them need that game to get to the playoffs, that's who I'm rocking with. And it's been like that in the past a little bit before these last couple years, but it's been like that to where, I'm rooting for whoever can make it to the playoffs so we can get somebody in there. But this one in Cleveland, of course, I'm going to love it. I'm going to love it. So, I don't know. I'm gonna have to see how Cleveland start off and how they go on. If Deshaun is going to turn back into Deshaun, because that's the only thing Cleveland missing up there is just Deshaun being Deshaun and making things happen. So I'm gonna get his first one to the road team to Cincinnati, coming in and taking it after that big win in New York, which is not big. Meaning that New York is good and it was a great victory. It's just big wise in points. We put up some points. We shut the offense down, and we ready to go.
Okay. What's your thoughts on that one, Mossberg?
Man, I feel the same way, UT. When it comes to that, man, it's in the air, man. That's a game where I've watched us start off in Cleveland, come in and make us look like trash, and this is in the Burrow era. And you just don't know what you're going to get out of Cleveland, per se. When it comes to how they season going, they could be having a terrible season, but that game, they put it all on the deck, man. But I feel with us, and the mindset that we got goes that's charted for us this year, I'm going to take us in a rivalry game down to the fourth quarter. Last team that has the ball. Being Cincinnati, hopefully, yes, up by 3 for the win.
Okay.
Tough call, man.
That sound good though. That sound good. That sound about right.
They've definitely got us the last couple of years in that first game, whether it be in Cleveland or Cincinnati. They have gotten us.
Yeah, I mean now y'all coming off of that Battle of Ohio, and y'all got the Eagles coming into town in Cincinnati. After the Battle of Ohio, what's your thoughts on that one, Mossberg?
That's a trap game for one, I feel like. And the reason I call it a trap, high horses, Giants, Brown, especially after a Ravens loss, and then you got the Eagles coming. I feel like this is one game that we definitely can handle and win in a close call. Tough and when I say tough, because I feel like the Eagles definitely a great team. Eagles is a top team in the NFC, from the quarterback down to the wide receiver, offensive line, and the other side of the ball in the defense. But I feel when it comes to that offense, them stars we got in Higgins and Chase, get Chase signed. If don't nobody know from Cincinnati, if you watch and get that man signed so he could do what he do. That's the difference maker, our offensive weapons. I feel like that is the difference maker, our offense going against any secondary.
Okay, what's your thoughts on that, T1?
I feel good about this game for some odd reason, because I like Philly a little bit. That used to be my growing up when I was younger, I was a Philly fan. You know what I mean? As a former quarterback, I like my black QBs. So I was a Philly fan with Randall Cunningham. That was like my idol. That's what I wanted to be in high school. So, you know, anytime I watch Philly, is something down in there that be like in the root for him a little bit. But I see us like looking real smooth against Philly, looking smooth, looking dominant, looking like a championship contender. So I'm looking for an impressive win on the road in Philly.
Okay, that game on the road?
Yeah. No, sorry about that. It's at home. Sorry about that. It's at the crib, but I'm looking for an impressive victory.
Worked it wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. So next y'all get the Raiders at the crib. So y'all got 2 home games in a row. Y'all got the Raiders coming in town, the Las Vegas Raiders. What's your thoughts on that one, T1?
That's good because, you know, the Raiders to have another home game against a opponent like the Raiders, you know, they're gonna give you some good work on defense, but their offense just ain't ready yet. You know, they really didn't go out and get a QB last year. I think they got Mitchum, who is just like a traveling man who they just continue to give a paycheck to just because of whatever. I don't get it, but this man then started for what, about 6-7 teams. He's like would they feel like he just a plug-in QB to get them by until they can make it somewhere? But I mean, I don't think any of them teams have done anything with him, you know. So that's another victory and looking good, and hopefully it's not one of those trap games too, with the Ravens coming up next.
What's your thoughts on that one, Mossberg, with the Raiders?
I agree. We're not gonna let a journey, man. We not gonna go to Vegas, party a little too much, go into a little photo shoot, but we definitely gonna go in and get the job done. Like you said, trap game, that could be one of those, but those are games that we have to win. Go in, get the job done.
We at the crib. We got them at the crib. They come to us.
Okay. Because
we don't get trapped. We don't get trapped out there in Vegas.
Go handle that
and have our minds all messed up and stuff. Yeah.
Get ready to go to Baltimore and get ready for a thriller. You know, and looking like good. I feel like this where not only the health, but with losses along with this, I feel like it's moved us up. Healthy Joe Burrow, and once again, we got to get that contract. Cincinnati has a history of letting these things happen and it being an issue in the long run. And I feel like this is a generational player, and I look at it as in LeBron. You can't let that man go. You let that man go, it's only going to be fun for another organization to have with this talent that we have in Cincinnati.
Great.
Okay. So now you're on the road to those Baltimore Ravens. What's your thoughts on that one, Mossberg?
Long as they don't wear those purple jerseys, Joe Burrow actually, and the reason I had us with them losing that first game, he actually owns Baltimore. I feel like it's not a lot of quarterbacks in the league against these top upper echelon quarterbacks that's young outside of Mahomes and Burrow. I might be a little biased because I'm a Bengal fan and I've been there for my whole life and I've watched a ton of football, but this kid can flat out play. He goes into Baltimore probably as the calmest quarterback I've seen us have and get the job done. So I feel this is one that we not only have to get back from when they came to Cincinnati, but it's a must win as we prepare for that home stretch to see what we looking like throughout this season.
Okay. What's your thoughts on that one, T1?
Just another dog fight. We in Baltimore. It's just one where I can't pick it, especially if I don't know what happened in the first game. You know, I could tell you about almost everybody else on this schedule. And Ravens, man, I don't know, but I'm definitely gonna go in, and it's another night game, so the energy in that stadium is gonna be crazy. We should have the top two teams in the division going head to head for first place, so it's gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a banger. It's not nobody. It should not be a blowout. So I'm definitely I'll take us in 3. Because I was iffy on the first one, so I ain't gonna be iffy on the second one. So if I said we probably, I'll take us in 3. That's about the best I can do.
Okay.
I'll take us in 3, or maybe even 1, maybe 21-20. But it's tight and it's close, and just like any banger, whoever had a ball last.
Yeah, I can see that. So y'all's next game, y'all got to go play Jim Harbaugh. Was John Harbaugh?
Hold up, you got say that again.
Y'all got to go play Jim Harbaugh's Los Angeles Chargers. What's your thoughts on that one, T1?
Hopefully, Hairball gonna give us something to laugh about. I'm for sure about that. He's straight comedy. He's straight comedy. I think it's going to take him at least about a year or so to get these Chargers back to the level that they were. About 2 years ago? 2 years ago, they were at their peak. It's going to take him a little time to get back there. Definitely a victory on the road, and a great road victory. A real good road victory. Prime time, 4:30. Yeah, so we're definitely winning that one.
Okay. What's your thoughts on that one, Mossberg?
I agree. Phil same way. 4:30 prime time out there where Harbaugh. He's rebuilding. It's one team I was kind of worried about, but me honestly, after looking at the schedule, seeing where we at, feeling where we would be at that point in the season after coming out of I feel like we have a nice little schedule, nice little groove to start, and that'll get us started to, like I said, finish out that stretch once again. And I'm going to say plus 17 actually on Harbaugh, give him something to go to the drawing board about late in the season and see that these quarterbacks in the NFL and these defenses ain't no joke, man.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
And really, one thing real quick that's crazy is like one thing we kind of like have to remember, like with this being a new season, like it's getting more competitive. You know what I mean? It's getting more competitive to where like really, okay, it's not an easy game. There's not many Carolina Panthers out here. You know what I mean? It's not a whole lot of New York Giants out here. That's about where it stopped. Because right now we're at game 10, and I was just looking at that, and I'm like, all right, what do I think our record is after 10 weeks? And now I'm thinking of it like, geez, at the like 8-2, mean we lost to the Ravens and the Chiefs up here, or maybe somebody else. It could be 7-3. You know what I mean? Like these seasons can go any way. It could go any way. I mean, you look at these teams that we done played so far. This first 10 games, you got the Chiefs, you got the Ravens, you got the Browns, you have the Eagles, then you have the Ravens again. That's 5 bangers. That's 5 bangers. That's not 5 games where you're highly favored to win those games. That's 5 bangers. So, I mean, best case scenario is 9-1. With the percentages for that with this schedule, just to be honest, that's going to be extremely hard. All right, 8-2.
I got the same exact look.
Yeah, 8-2. You're looking like, okay, that's a little bit more manageable. But 7-3 to this point, Like we have some things to work on, but you know we still in contention for a playoff spot at that point.
Definitely.
Man, listen, 7-3 in the NFL, bro, after 10 games is good.
You understand what I'm saying though? You know what I mean? That's good. After 10, you 7-3, you like, all right, I'm feeling good. But that 7-3 could be like, let's say you have 2 losses to Baltimore and a loss to Kansas City. That's all within the conference.
Yeah.
You know, so those hurt a little harder.
Make
You
I
know,
see what you mean with the knees work.
Those hit
Make
a
you
little
look.
harder. So you cannot if we are 7-3 at that point, it can't be 2 L's against Baltimore and an L against Kansas City. That means you're going nowhere in the conference.
Yeah.
We'll be at home watching.
Right.
So it's gonna be tough.
So now y'all got another big rivalry game coming with those Pittsburgh Steelers, but it is in Cincinnati. What's your thoughts on that
one? That's the first one against them Steel Boys.
Yeah.
And look, that's another team. Like, see, look, like back in my Terrace days growing up as a youngster, I wasn't all Ohio. I just loved sports, so I loved winners. You know what I mean? So my teams back then, way back when I first started loving football, you know, outside the Buckeyes, I always loved the Buckeyes. They was on TV, but it was the It was the Steelers and the Raiders. I love the Steelers and the Raiders as a kid. If you like football, and if you're in our age, our era, like those were the Steelers, the Raiders, you know what I mean, the Cowboys. This was for people like from Columbus, and since the Bengals, neither the Bengals, Browns doing nothing, so ain't nobody as a kid. Kids don't root for losers, just like these kids growing up now. They all was Golden State fans. You know what I mean? Nobody was Golden State fan back when we was kids. Only it was a couple people that mess with Run TMC and them boys, but you know, we like winners, like the Lakers back then, like the Celtics. So I was a Steelers fan, diehard Steelers fan, and I still got a little love for the Steelers. I root for the Steelers sometimes when they not playing us. So I like that Justin Fields went there. I think Russell done, because now he got to use his legs more, because these defensive lines, they're coming. So if you don't have a solid offensive line in the NFL, I mean, it's hard. I don't care how good you are at quarterback. Like you see Justin Fields when he was in Chicago, you know, they try to put it all on him like he was the problem, but they were garbage. Y'all put nothing around him. Like they didn't do anything for Justin like they just did for Caleb. They didn't gave Caleb everything to succeed. So, you know, hopefully he succeeds. But by this time, I'm thinking the Steelers going to know who they are. They're going to have their identity. They're going to have their quarterback. And just depending on who it is. If it's Russ, we ain't got too much to worry about with Russ. You know, but if it's Justin, it's going to bring a new dynamic to that offense and how you have to defend them. But I'm looking to sweep the Steelers this year, so I know this is the first one. So yeah, definitely a victory. It's gonna be close. It's not gonna be a blowout. Still may be the same thing. You know, 3-point game, field goal, or you know, may not be a touchdown. 6, less than 6. If it ain't a 1 or 2 point game. So yeah, just another close victory on the road.
Okay. What's your thoughts on that one, Mossberg?
He said it just as I was thinking. I agree. Russell, he moving too slow. They coming just as he felt. I felt Fields was the better quarterback alone when they made the transaction. They just wanted to make sure they was good on the overhaul what they was doing. But
remember, bro, my fault to cut you off, but remember they got Wilson first.
Right.
So Fields wasn't nowhere in sight. They got Wilson first. Fields just happened to come along.
You're right. You're right. And I just feel like me personally feel better. And if they got Russell out there, I feel we really ran away with it. But it feels like he said a close one because I've been watching him since high school. Great quarterback is just they got to figure out what they down there doing in Steel City.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
yeah, I can see that too. I don't think Russell Wilson is the guy. I mean, now listen, if I'm Russell Wilson, I'm gonna go collect me some of them backup checks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Get you some of
Get
that
that
backup
though.
checks, because they got dudes in the NFL, man, and they like, yeah, I'm making these backup checks. I mean, my boy Colt McCoy did it for 12 years. So, you know what I'm saying?
But you know they let them do it, bro. You know they let them do it. They don't let us do it as much. You know, you got your percents out there that he getting a little bit. You know what I mean? But they don't let us do it like how they do it. You know what I'm saying?
Hanging on as long as he can.
They don't
man.
let us hang around like Colt McCoy should have been gone 10 years ago. He just now retiring. He should have been gone 10 years ago. He ain't do nothing as a starter or a backup or a third string.
Yeah. Man, that's my dude, man. Y'all can't be talking about my dude, man.
He was a dog in college. I give him that. You know, a lot of players they're great in college. But, you know, everybody don't transition over to the NFL well.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. You got to have arm strength to compete in the NFL for sure.
Yeah, gotta have a cannon.
Right. All right, now y'all on the road, man. Y'all going to them Cowboys.
Them boys
man.
going to them boys.
What's your thought on that, Mossberg?
Probably the one trap game that I hate of all, man. Going to Dallas at this point in the season, especially coming off big wins. I feel like against San Diego Steelers. I feel like we're gonna go in there and get Jerry Jones a look at what he should have been doing with his money and get that dub and a close one, man. I feel like the quarterback that they have in Dallas when it comes to prime time games. Nothing against him, man. I like him as a quarterback. I like a lot of players. We all, but I just don't think he's going to be able to get the job done. Big prime time game as they do. He's not going to perform against us. I feel we got more offense. Defensively, I feel like at that point we'll be at the level of being able to show our stuff on that side when it comes to the cornerback, because it's a lot of talk about the cornerback and the linebackers. And I feel like we got some ourselves that have quite the talk when it comes to this NFL committee about top players and things like that, with the loss of Awuzie and Hill stepping in and making a name for himself this year, as well as the kid from Nebraska, which I feel like is one of the premier shutdown corners behind Sauce Gardner. Can't think of his name too quick, from Nebraska. He's my guy, and I love him. Taylor Cambrick. So outside of that, we go win Dallas. We show our defensive prowess, and we get the win in a close one.
Okay. What's your thoughts on that one, T1?
I'm definitely hoping for a win. You know, it didn't work out too well for us when we traveled to Dallas last time. I'm quite sure the players not going to be thinking about that, but the fans always think about it. You know, we lost last time we went there, so we definitely need to go there and leave some of that OH out there on the field. So I'm looking to get Dallas back. It's another tight one, man. This is my first time ever breaking down the schedule, and this is tough. This is tough. This is tough, man. This tough. We just went from the Ravens to the Chargers to the Steelers, then to the Cowboys. That's a tough 4-game stretch right there, man. Shit.
I was looking at it, man. I'm like, only thing they missing on this schedule is the 49ers, bro.
That's it.
Man, schedule would be,
That's
man, crazy.
That's it.
Schedule is nuts.
So yeah, but I see us pulling out, and what's that? 17, 16, 15, 14. That's game 14. Game 13. 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah.
13.
Game 13. Yep. Sheesh. That means like we still gotta be like at this point, if it's going according to what I'm thinking about, we at like 11-2. 11-2. Depending on where I thought we was at the 10 game mark. And we done had 3 tough games since then. Goodness gracious. Just looking at that schedule and just thinking like, all right, you only got 2 losses up to this 13th game. I mean, that would just be awesome. Even 3, 10-3. I'm taking 10-3 at that point. But
we might have to tell Mr. Brown we got to take the show to Cincinnati if we looking like that.
No. Man, listen. If you're in the NFL and you can win 3 games for every 4 games, you can win 3 and only lose 1. Dude, that's outrageous, man.
Yeah.
You finishing the season 12-4, 12-4, 13-4. You know what I'm saying? That's all you can hope for, right?
I'm gonna have to relook at the schedule. I'm gonna have to relook at this thing like, woo, like what do I really think our record is gonna be? Yeah, but who we gonna lose to and who we gonna beat? What do I think this 17 game season record gonna be? Sheesh, golly, because stuff could go so quick left for any organization. For any organization, it could go left real quick, and what you thought was a championship season could easily be at one point, 5-5, 5-8, 8-5. God, this is tough, but yeah, we're gonna knock Dallas off.
Okay, now listen. This next one, man, just be careful how you talk. Be careful how you talk on this discussion, okay? Be careful how you talk.
So won't you start for us with the next one then?
All right, listen.
What you feeling?
Because you're coming to Nashville to play my Titans. And at this point, I'm thinking Will Levis is hitting on all cylinders because we picked up Calvin Ridley, and we got Taj Boyd, and we got DeAndre Hopkins at that wide receiver position. I'm thinking at this point, we're going to be able to score some points. Now, I don't think our defense is good enough to slow down Joe Burrow, though, especially if they got Jamar Chase. Now, if they don't got Jamar Chase, we win.
Well, he's back. He back by now, bro. He back by now. They have him signed before the end of the week.
Yeah,
look, they saying, man, your check it'll be deposited by the end of the week, man. It'll be deposited by the end of the week, man. We just gotta go through a couple little things.
Yeah, I can see that because the Chiefs game, they want him signed by the time they play the Chiefs for sure. So I can see him being there. And with both of them, with him and T. Higgins, I don't think we got the cornerbacks and the defensive backs to be able to hang with them. But I don't think they're gonna blow us out in Nashville. But I can see them getting us by 7. So that's my thought. And I think that's what I said in my previous video when I did the Titans schedule, that we're going to probably lose to Cincinnati by 7 in that game. So that's my thoughts on that Titans game.
We'll take it. No, but time out, though. Time out. You really that confident in your quarterback?
Oh, Will Levis? Oh, definitely.
You confident in him like that?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Definitely.
That's gonna be interesting. I can't wait till you break down your schedule just to let me hear it, because I look at the Titans like I look like they just switched and went to rebuild mode. Or am I wrong? This from the outside. Yeah. Am I wrong?
No, they rebuilding definitely, because anytime you let Derrick Henry get away, you're trying to rebuild.
Right, you ain't trying to win that bad. Yeah.
And our offensive line, if we can get our offensive line together, man, we can be okay.
Okay, that's everybody's if now. You know that. We all need an offensive line to take care of that QB, because if they don't take care of that QB, ain't nothing happening. Who's y'all's backup? Who's y'all's backup?
The one kid, Willis, the black quarterback Willis from
I remember.
Somewhere?
Liberty. Yep.
Yeah.
I thought y'all got rid of him.
No,
Who did you?
no. He's our backup. And then we got Mason Rudolph.
Uh-huh.
Steelers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna just go that with the Titans in Nashville. Yeah, I'm gonna say at the very least 7. So yeah.
I agree. It's funny you say that. I always looked at not to talk too much, but as we've been on this little get ourselves back together in Cincinnati, winning 10, that was Big Brother. As I felt Pittsburgh was the pops. You got Tennessee was a big brother. Then Houston we finally got over. But I feel like you said, the offensive battle in ways, but we up by 7. I take the 7.
Okay. So
Hey,
now
no.
Yeah.
You used to be a Houston Oilers fan.
Houston Oilers fan.
So you just rolled over with them.
I just rolled up. You know what? I was hoping that the Houston Texans would come back as the Houston Oilers, but of course,
Yeah.
Bud Adams.
Right. That's what would have been smart, but I guess they own the right to them names and they ain't want to give it up. Yeah.
They want to give that up, right? Yeah.
That's cool. That's what's up.
So now y'all got that Battle of Ohio again, where those Browns coming into y'all stadium in Cincinnati. What's your thoughts on that one, Mossberg?
Rivalry game again. It's always in the air. The Brownies is Brownies. You never know what you're going to get out of them, especially when they come to Cincinnati of all places. We on this road, and I feel we can't lose nothing else, especially these last few. We take Cleveland and another close rivalry win.
Okay. What's your thoughts, T1?
Not going to be able to say anything until December the 19th because I'm going to need to know who in position for what. If Cincinnati in position to win, we need this to win the division. You know, I'm hey, let's go. If Cincinnati already in the playoffs, the Browns need this win to get in, and I can get Cincinnati and Cleveland in the playoffs. I'm rooting for Cleveland. So this a coin toss for me. This like you got to pick against your brothers. Your brothers got to fight because some of them ate too much cereal. You know what I mean? So it's just whoever wins.
Okay.
Y'all know about them days. You got to hurry up and get up before the cereal gone.
You got to get up early.
What you mean?
Man.
You too busy watching cartoons while your brother eating the cereal.
Yep. Or then slept in or something.
Right.
You better get in there for that commercial. Come on, bro.
And listen.
Oh man, that's too funny. All right, so that next one, man, y'all got the Broncos coming into Cincinnati. What's your thoughts on that one, T1?
Broncos just they in a rebuild mode too. So I'm looking for a good close, not close, about 7, 6, 7, somewhere around, at least a touchdown, but a victory nonetheless.
What's your thoughts on that one, Mossberg?
I feel like the offense gonna be hitting those cylinders, breaking out of Burton, breaking out the tight end, letting everybody get loose that day, having fun, getting that last tune up before we go against Pittsburgh and get ready to defend that North.
Okay. All right, now y'all, season finale.
Season finale.
Them Steelers, y'all got to go to Pittsburgh. What's your thoughts on that one, Mossberg?
Steelers. Probably the one game I feel like of all games at this point on this second back end of the schedule is the trappiest trap game of them all. Pittsburgh having nothing to lose at this point in the season. Russell Wilson going to be out there, so we're going to have a boatload with him. Let's go ahead and get a fine tune in on the defensive side of the football before we get in this playoff run and position. Not let anything get hurt, especially as well heading into that season. If we healthy at that point, let's end the game healthy. If we in the second half, we up by a couple touchdowns, let's try to get that next drive to be able to sit that defense down and like I said, tune ourselves up for the playoff push.
Okay. What's your thoughts on that one, T?
Hey, Moss B, I got something even better than that, but this is our best case scenario. Our starter's sitting. We already got the division. We already got the playoff spot locked up. We got a bye week, you know. So this is the easiest L Steelers loss that you are ever going to see in the history of this rivalry right here. We resting. We chilling. That's if everything go as expected. But if not, Pittsburgh gonna be in here fighting for. They're gonna be in here fighting for contracts. They're gonna be in here fighting for jersey numbers. Pittsburgh going. Their life's gonna be on the line this last game. Because I don't. They don't know. They don't really know what they're doing up there right now. Over there right now. You know. Like they say. If you have two quarterbacks, you don't have none. So, but like we say, 17-game season. This game number 17. We're coming in this game. Jeez, the crazy thing, 13-4 is a great. 13-4 is probably the conference champs. Agree.
Agreed.
Or are we looking at 14-3? Is it 13-4 or 14-3 for the conference champs? How about?
I like the 13-4. Nah, go ahead.
13-4 for conference champs. Is there any way we can pull up like the schedules from last year? Let me see. Let's go home. Schedules, standings. Let's get to the standings. See if we can look at.
That'll put us at number 1 in the AFC with that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So that's why we get to talking these predictions and all of this. And so we're gonna look at last year. Buffalo won the AFC East 11-6. Baltimore, the North, 13-4. So that's as good as you can get. Houston, 10-7. Kansas City, the Super Bowl champs, win 11-6.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas, who every year is supposed to win the Super Bowl, great season, 12-5. So we doing all these predictions. Tampa Bay, the NFC North, 9-8. 9-8 got you in the playoffs and a divisional championship. As if, Tampa Bay fans did their predictions at the beginning and they said anything less than 12-5. These kids were 9-8. San Francisco was 12-5.
Okay.
So, it had me just looking in a whole nother direction. Like, okay, so instead of doing that, I need to go in here and pick out 4 to 5 wins, and 4 to 5 L's, and where them 4 to 5 L's coming from.
Okay. Listen, that's probably a good method to use. Because you're going 12-5, 13-4, or
man,
going higher than that.
Man, you can give me 11-6 in a division, a conference championship, man.
Okay.
Give me 11. Give me 11-6 in the conference championship. I'm happy.
I'm happy,
especially
after a 17-game NFL season.
And y'all sweeping the Steelers.
I would like to. But I know we got anywhere between 4 and 6 L's. And you almost can, at looking at these schedules from last year, you almost can say that with the entire NFL.
You got to sweep.
Like, don't go lower than 4. The best you possibly can do with whatever schedule you got is 13-4. You 4 teams are gonna beat you.
If you don't sweep somebody in that division, then that means you done lost 1. If you go lose 1 to the Ravens, 1 to the Browns, you got to sweep the Steelers, because otherwise you can't.
It's hard to get it. It's hard. You got to catch a team while they down to get a sweep. You got to catch a team while they're down to get a sweep.
Because that could be
It'll
three
be
losses
our luck
like
to
this
catch.
division.
Yeah, we might catch. We gonna catch the Steelers this year on that.
I
Whether
would,
we chilling or not.
but see, I don't think we play the Steelers early enough to catch them slipping.
Right.
We don't play the
Got them
Steelers till
late
like
this year.
game number 10 or something, and they gonna have it 11, 12, whatever it was. They gonna have
Yeah.
it. They gonna have their identity by then.
Because we normally
And
play
their
them
defense
early.
is always good. So
Yeah.
defense always good.
And they got a healthy Minka this year. So they gonna definitely play that D. Because normally we got the Ravens early this year instead of Pittsburgh, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, from what y'all saying, y'all got 7 automatic wins. Patriots, Commanders, Panthers, Giants, Raiders, Chargers, and the Titans. Them 7 automatics.
Yeah. We can go. We can rock with that. We can rock
Fully
with that.
loaded.
But we still also know on any given Sunday, you come in there playing around, and a Tennessee Titan team can pop you. Come in there playing around, and then you gotta hope and pray you don't have any injuries, because that can just turn everything real quick, fast, and in a hurry. So
Yeah.
that's always number one with this thing, just staying healthy. So, but boy, it's gonna be tough for them Bengals, man. It's gonna be tough. We were 9-8 last year, although we know Burrows got hurt, but 9-8. Some organizations would love to have been 9-8 last year with a backup quarterback.
I was good to be 9-8. I'm like, man, my whole life I said 9-8 with a backup on the ending season.
Yeah.
I said,
Look, Cleveland
Can't
went
be mad.
11-6. Cleveland went 11-6 with a backup the end
you
of
think I
season
wasn't rooting for you?
and in the
I was
playoffs.
rooting.
Yeah,
Oh, Cleveland was
Yeah.
11 last year?
11-6, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was down to that game. I forget what game was on, and it was a game that came on. I think the 1:00 game, and it took them out of contention. And they the 1:00 team won or something had went on. I was like, man, I said the Browns ain't gonna get it.
They needed because Titans had to beat Jacksonville.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jacksonville ended up coming. Yep. Jacksonville, I think, won.
Yeah, so it's gonna be tough. And I mean, like, people forget too. Actually, Watson was coming in last year too. The game that he got hurt in, I mean, I think his QBR was extremely high. I think he was like, his pass percentage was like, may have been like 80%. And
Right,
like he
was-
actually balled all the way out, where it was like, oh, here he come. And
MVP
like I said,
numbers.
yeah, when we get to talking about the Browns, man, that's what all of theirs going to depend on, because their defense been real solid lately. Defense been solid. So yeah, I'm ready. Do we got Thursday night football this week, or is it just starting Saturday or Thursday?
Big Thursday night.
The Ravens is Chiefs.
Ravens, Chiefs, and popping.
And then Packers and Eagles.
Yeah. Look, no, I ain't gonna be able to take my big screen down in my living room. My wife gonna be cussing me out. Get this thing down out my living room. I can't see my fireplace. It's the summertime, baby. You're not gonna turn it on. And ain't nobody here but us.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah.
Y'all empty nesters?
Yeah, just sort of. We still got my stepson. He back and forth, with mom and dad, So, but I just sent my daughter off to college. My son, he'll be 23 this year, so he about to make me a grandfather.
Oh,
So I'll be a grandfather in December. Yeah,
Congratulations on that, man.
I get to be like you, no?
Yeah. Chasing around grandbabies.
Yeah. That's a beautiful thing to be able to do it, man.
Definitely.
Don't be trying to move around too much, T1. You gotta get them grandbabies running now, man.
I know. Look, that's why I'm like, man, shoot. Now I even gotta change my whole lifestyle. Like, I'm having a baby, like, cause I'm thinking of it. All right, for me to see him graduate, I gotta be 70. You know what I mean? You know, and where we come from, we don't think that far down the line with life. You know, I ain't think I'd get here to 50, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm blessed and happy to be made it to 52, but now I need some more time, so I can't be satisfied with that. In order to go
Right.
further with that, you know, gotta take care of that health, man.
Mhm.
Gotta take care of that health.
I was glad to be able to have y'all on today to talk a little bit
Appreciate
about
it, bro. You know, anytime.
Appreciate it.
So on
Indeed.
Wednesday night, we're gonna be back on Wednesday night to talk about this week's college football slate. So Wednesday night at 8, we're gonna be back on again, and of course we're gonna have more folks on at that time. So everybody out there watching, please hit the subscribe button. Please share the video with your friends and family and tell them to hit the subscribe button. Also like the video. So when nothing else need to be said, peace.
Hey, WTP dudes, check in, man. Them Michigan boys, where y'all at, man? Check in. We want to talk to y'all about something.
For sure. We want to talk to
For
y'all about stuff for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we want to talk about something. One day out. Let's go.
All
Peace
right,
out.
peace.
Thanks,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
Anytime, bro.
All right, got you.
Good hollering
Always.
at you, Mark B.
For sure, T. Have a good one.
You too, bro. One.